surrounded by soldiers, glued to the screens. Hold back the invaders, their infernal machines. We fight to survive, running to stay alive. Our bodies aching and tired, but there's nowhere to hide. Our cover's been blown away. Space invaders, 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 space invaders. They're closing in on me. Dark forces cold and unseen. Oh, my hip pocket nerve is aching again. I must go back in and fight it out to the end. Space invaders, 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 space invaders.
My Atari! Turn off all the lights and bask in the glory of a 2-bit sprite. I stood in line when I was 9, bought burger time and left the world behind. And out my speakers, Hubert speaks, won't offend my peepers cause his words are bleak. My Atari's on a stand with an uneven height, so I use my Xbox just to prop it up right. My Atari still works after all these years, from when it first appeared on sale with Sears. We'll be together forever. I named it Heather and I'll never get sick of pushing the reset lever. My Atari. My Atari. Yo, what's up?
My Atari.
Driving
down the street at night, now I'm bumping and jumping to a staggering height. It always brightens up
my day.
And just last
Friday,
I found myself trying to kill a frog on the highway. You can't go
wrong
with games like
Pong.
When on pitfall, the snake
bit me
in the
swamp,
and I slide left and right. I'm putting up a fight with shields dwindling and space invaders in my sight. And now I'm just sitting here catching some bombs.
I can play while on the toilet cause my phone is the ROMs. My Atari. My Atari. Now me and my Atari play the illest games. I like to duck and jump over dragon flames. We slay all dragons red, yellow, and green, and the bat carries corpses from screen to screen. Out of space and underground when I play my game, I shoot everything, it all looks the same. I'm set on expert every game I play. Even Strawberry Shortcake has me playing all day. My Atari. My Atari.
Now the games that I possess have quite a range. Myself, I've got 400 games. I play Taz a lot, chillin' each his field, and then Kool-Aid Man when it's time to get ill. Donkey Kong, man, I got the high score before Mario done Pauline for that horn.
My Atari didn't always bring good games. Pac-Man was lame, Custer's Revenge was insane. And I hope the Reese's cause an allergy for E.T., cause that's the game that brought down the whole industry. At a party that I threw for all the boys, we played asteroids till we could hammer the road. My Atari lets me play with the stick in my lap, with a couple teeth marks cause I needed a snap. Whether in a space
battle
or rustling
cattle,
you won't see me without my joystick or a paddle. My Atari.
And I'm headed to the arcade. I don't have a lot of money, but I'm bringing everything I made. I got a callus on my finger and my shoulder's hurting too. I'm gonna eat them all up just as soon as they turn blue. 'Cause I got Pac-Man fever.
Hey.
Toot, toot, baby, it's time to ride.
Don't work.
The funk train. But no, it don't work. What you doing there with that?
I have well, I threw it now, but I have a movie clacker.
Yeah, you can't get into prop
can't-
comedy,
I
or
can't.
people start calling you Carrot Top
Hey.
or something.
They know what to expect from me.
Oh, beautiful. How you doing, man?
Oh, pretty good. It's been a long time since I've been on the podcast, so I'm excited.
It's been
Feels
a
like
month.
feels like the first time.
Yeah.
Very, very nervous.
And you made up like 2 or 3 videos to try to make up for it. It didn't work, and then you got called out by a girl in San Francisco. It's been an eventful month since you've been
Yeah.
off the podcast, but you know it's so much better to have you here. than not. So I'm glad you're here, baby. And we got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. And I'm glad to be back on that note. But yeah, we do have a lot to talk about because Atari has kind of dropped a lot of stuff on us since your last show. Notably, I mean, do you want to get into the most recent news, the big news, the news people might not know?
Is it Nolan Bushnell is being brought up on charges for espionage or something like that? I read something about that.
No.
Oh,
I mean,
what
maybe.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Atari 400 games announcement as my dog's wrestle in the corner here. They announced all 25 games for the Atari 400 Mini.
Yeah. I like how you are bringing that news since I'm the one that told you about it. But yeah, I won't be jealous or small about it. But yeah. So yes, the 400 Mini, I don't know if I was excited about, but I was watching the game list and yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Do you want to let the we got some people in here. Do you want to go ahead and let the people see what the 25 games are that's coming with the Atari Mini?
Yeah, well, why don't we let Atari themselves show us what?
Oh my God!
Yeah, look at this technology we have now.
Look
See,
at this.
I've been practicing for this, so
yeah, you've been sweating bullets.
We're gonna keep the audio kind of low so we can comment over it, though.
All right, 3D graphics. You gotta like the 3D graphics,
right? Basketball.
Don't care.
Incredible. Asteroids. Awesome.
Don't care.
Centipede. I mean,
don't care. Got 95.
Missile Command.
Don't care.
A lot of safe choices right now. That's a good one.
Pretty good. Don't care.
What's Bristles? I don't know what this is.
It's a painting game of some sorts.
This looks like it would have been cool.
I think that looks cool. And Encounter looks cool. Looks like a battle zone. So here we go. And then Flip and Flop. This kind of looks like Bentley Bear, what Muddy is doing. I don't know what this looks like. A terrible football game, but it's not.
This is Big Dog, obviously.
No, that's O'Reilly's Mine. That's
look
at this thing. It's like a
wavy navy.
Yeah, you're going over the terrain. Don't know what this is. Looks cool.
Hover, Lee.
Bruce
now is
Lee.
This Bruce Lee? Yeah. Okay.
Look at him. He's kicking a guy right in the chest. Millipede.
Millipede.
Don't care.
The 7 Cities of Gold.
That sounds cool. Boulder Dash is awesome. See, now we're starting to. This looks great.
This game. Yeah, look at that. Battle
Terrific. Zone. Hey, Battle Zone finally, huh?
Yeah. Henry's House. That I think I played that before.
Yeah, hit pause. Can you hit pause on that? Star Raiders 2.
Yeah.
This game, I've always wanted to play this game.
Which one?
Airball. Go back. Can you go back a little bit?
Yeah, I can. How far back do you want me to go?
About 15, 20 seconds. Let's go back. This is okay. So Henry's House looks a lot like. Do you remember that game, Mark Ball, Groovy B, that disgraced guy that stole a bunch of people's television money?
Yeah.
This looks like the homebrew he was making for the Atari 7800, doesn't it?
Maybe.
It was like Henry's Hen House or something like that.
Yeah.
And so that's interesting. I never even knew this existed. So go back up some more, please.
How far back you want to go?
Not very far. Electroglide, I don't know what that is. That looks cool as hell.
It looks incredible for an 8-bit computer. That looks really good, I think.
Yeah.
Looks a lot better than hard driving.
Bart, yeah, exactly. And then we'll do Boulder. Keep it going there. No, not back.
Forward. You want to start playing again?
Well, you can, but I was going to talk about some stuff too.
Well, I'll stop. I'm on the screen, so
okay, you got
You'll
it.
Stop when
you got it. You got control. Again, that looks cool.
I like that.
Almost like Enduro. All right, hit pause. Battlezone. We've been talking about Battlezone for 2 years about why is this not in the Atari 50th, why this is not, and now we have a Battlezone. Does that mean Atari got the rights back to Battlezone?
Well, Atari's been buying up rights to everything, so I wouldn't be surprised if they. Well, who had it before? I thought we figured out at one time.
They sold it. Infogrames sold it. Infogrames was starting to sell everything off, so they sold Battlezone. That's why it's not been on anything. And now the new Atari is buying stuff
Yeah, Electric Guide is a lubricant brand. It works good. I use that on my bearings on my truck, I think.
You're
So,
supposed to use it.
or is
You're supposed to use it on your wife's bearings in the bedroom.
Oh,
but
oh no.
okay, do
This
not.
is a,
Yeah.
this is a PG show.
Oh, well,
I'm just
she's got. I know she's got that machine in there. But anyway, keep rolling.
all right, let's go. I'm
Looks
just
great.
kidding about the
Henry's
Henry.
house.
See, this looks like a 5200 game I played. I can't think of the name, but that looks very
Well,
familiar.
that Groovy Bee guy might have. And then this
Yeah.
looks awesome compared to this. Is not what Star Wars 2 looks like in the
Yeah.
iteration that I've played. So that looks
No,
awesome too.
This is much improved.
That looks like. And then
Now,
what
Airball,
is this thing?
You said you were interested in this?
This was on. Do you remember those catalogs we used to get as kids? Of course, you're younger than we are. We used to get those catalogs when we bought games that you would open them up, and there were these giant posters that would come in the cartridges, and they would show like the XC would have games. This was a game the XC had, and I was always like, "What is that?" Because it's isometric. It looks like the Immortal. It may be a terrible game, but it looks cool as hell.
It is the Seven Cities of Gold based off of a cartoon. There's a cartoon called that. That'd be interested if that's licensed property. That's really interesting that they included it.
That's true. That would be true. But I don't know what this game is, but it looks cool.
It looks very cool. I
hey, El Gordo Gringo.
Crystal Castles. Here you go.
And
now, how do you think this is going to play?
Terrible.
Good? Terrible?
Yeah. It doesn't have the.
Yeah.
And then Yomp. And then Yomp is awesome. And that was on the Atari 50th. And that's pretty much it.
And that's pretty much it. And then you got the dates. So I don't know. I think there's some good stuff on there. There's some different stuff than what I expected. You have the stuff you do expect, and I mean that's fine.
But the main gimmick is that you can add through USB every 8-bit game that Atari ever released, allegedly.
As 2600 Jagass, yeah, you can put your own ROMs on it. So this is kind of what you have to start with to play around with. But let's face it, with how small these games are, you're going to load every single 8-bit game ever made on this baby.
I want to give a shout out to El Gordo Gringo. He is a part of Wrestling with Ghosts. He's actually the guy I put in the figure 4 in the intro. That's him. So
cool.
He's a professional wrestler. He's not Hispanic, but don't tell anybody that. He's trying to fool everyone.
So
the keyboard does not work. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, no, I just like that he has no nostalgia for the 400 and it's ugly AF. I think it's an ugly console too, or a computer, whatever it is. It's kind of ugly. I think
it is, but it's a way to easily explore all of these Atari games. Like this thing here. I'm gonna take you on a tour here. So I've got this Atari dual stick gimmick that has the trackball. Ooh, see, sometimes I just I pretend there's a girl in here while we're doing a podcast. That kind of feels. And then I put the spinner up there, and you could play Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, that type of stuff. But this has all the computer stuff. And I'm doing this kind of backwards. And see, in the secret compartment here, fellas, is a keyboard. But the problem is it's not very easy to figure out how to play a lot of these games on this control stick and what buttons you have to hit. And it gets kind of irritating, especially if you spend a lot of time loading a game and it sucks. And you're like, I just spent 3, 4, 5 minutes trying to get this game, figuring it out, and I don't give a crap about it. This is a nice way. This is like a sampler platter, I think.
Yeah.
And it's a way for you to kind of get into the Atari 8-bit. Now, this does not include the Atari ST games because those are 16-bit, right, John?
Yeah, no ST stuff, but basically everything else. I mean,
yeah. So
everything up through, I believe it said XE, GS, and 5200 stuff will work on it. I believe was the official word.
Yeah.
And that keyboard, I believe, is for show. You have to plug in a separate keyboard.
But you can plug in a keyboard if the game requires that. So.
Exactly.
And it's USB, and you can put USB controllers on it. So it seems, it is ugly, and it even kind of still has that, like, you know how like if you ever had a computer at somebody's house that's chain smoked and it has that yellowing,
Yep.
it even
Yep.
has the yellowing on it, so you can pretend you're at grandma's.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Socrates, my favorite philosopher, says, no love for the 400 design aesthetic, sadness. He started with 800, always thought looked interesting. I just don't think they look very good. I mean, I understand like that top part opened up, it would open so you could put in 2 cartridges, I believe, inside there. Maybe that was just one model, but I don't
Weird.
know. I think it was kind of ugly, but that's just me. I mean, I think they had to have chose it because it's the most nostalgic model, or at least probably the one most people think of. So I might be alone on that thought. But I believe if you pick one up, you're going to fill those 4 USB ports on the front immediately. You're going to want to keep a keyboard plugged in. You'll want a mouse plugged in, a controller, and then your USB stick with every single Atari 8-bit game ever made. So I think it's smart that they included 4 USB ports.
Well, where are you going to put your USB Millennium Falcon waffle maker? That's what I.
Well, see, then, okay, so the last one, you get a USB hub. So now you got more.
There you
so
go.
you can do the waffle maker, your Millennium Falcon light up Lego model that runs off USB power.
There you go.
And
You
whatever
got
else.
You got waffles rocking and rolling.
Right. So yeah, the XEGS was the 8-bit I'm most interested in, mostly because it fought against my beloved 7800 when it shouldn't have.
Yeah, they were trying to cut each other's
Wow.
legs out from each other. But it's the same. The XE is the same thing as the 400.
Sabretooth, he chose the XEGS over the NES. That you get Vinny's respect for that.
That's weird.
All right.
Yeah, I went with the 7800 over the NES.
Yeah, I
The
was lucky to
400
go-
has a unique shape. That's a nice. You could say that about a lot of the women I dated too. A lot of my long-term relationships. Hugo.
Hey, OG Hugo, I did a review of his controllers on the channel. Quick update on that. One of them has been removed from eBay, so
Why?
he had to repost it. He can explain it a little better. I don't know if he wants me to say, but he had to take it down due to I guess reasons with advertising for it. So if you advertise a product on eBay, if you make a controller or something, I guess you have to put compatible with this console and not for this console. So it's kind of a linguistic dance you have to do.
Did Atari get him?
Yep. And Atari
Weird.
told him he had to take it down. They actually requested he make the change, and then they still requested he take it down afterwards. So it was kind of weird, but
If I was Hugo, I would have said, "Fix your damn zip code problem. Don't worry about my.
fix the VCS, and we'll
Don't worry about my ass."
You know, it was a copy strike alert. Yep.
No, that's not fun, is it?
But I think that was a good segue for our main topic. If you want to get into it, Vinny, fix the VCS.
Did we have? Okay, you're skipping over some.
Oh,
you're skipping over some comment. Not. I was just trying to catch up. You caught me off guard there.
let me. I mean, I can go back to the beginning. We can hit some more before we go.
That's okay. You can. It's whatever. I don't want to throw you.
Chuck E. Cheese was a spy for Atari. I think that had something to do with.
He's going back to what I said about Nolan Bush now. You know Nolan invented Chuck E. Cheese too, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I knew that.
Yeah,
But I was wondering why he was a spy, though. Oh, for his gangster activity. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've stripped, and we've also stepped up our stream game. But we also strip for money on the side if you're in Toledo.
Yeah, it's the whole Hollywood thing. We had to do a couple favors for P. Diddy.
That's how I got my controllers from Hugo.
That's right.
Let's see. Jet Screamer said the 400 looks good for peeps to play this in a physical form. Yeah, I mean, ultimately you could just download the ROMs and play it. You could have got something like Vinny showed off. I mean, this stuff has been available, but
I just kind of hope it's a little bit more easily to digest, if you catch my drift. When it's on something like this, it kind of gets, you don't know if you're playing it accurately and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Star Raiders 2 is the last Starfighter movie game. Is that? Wow.
Yeah. They were
Okay.
going to do that, and I don't know if it's because the movie bombed or they couldn't get the licensing, but it was supposed to be the last Starfighter, and then they just made it Star Raiders 2.
Can El Gordo do the camel clutch?
I'm sure. He's a capable wrestler.
Obsidian, he wants these games released on the VCS, which they absolutely could. Yeah, they could have. I don't think it was a bad idea to release a mini console.
Well, this isn't Atari either, is it? It's
it's officially licensed.
Who's making it though?
Playon, Plaion, Playon.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're not making it themselves, but they endorse it. They're selling it on their website, and they're profiting off it. So for all intents and purposes, it's Atari. Let's see here. Again, 2600 Jag agreed with him. Open emulation is open in the VCS if you go through the hoops to do was it Windows mode or whatever?
PC mode, yeah.
PC mode, exactly.
Yeah, you can pretty much there's one of the Facebook groups, it's like a guy shows like 99 pictures of him playing Doom on the Saturn on my Atari VCS, and he'll play Tekken 4 from whatever, and he's playing it on the Atari. So
today he was playing it wasn't that impressive, but I think pole position on the 5200.
Yeah.
On there.
Yeah, he that's all he does is and people are like, quit showing this stuff. And I was like, I like it. I don't know, let it go.
Right.
What else are we gonna look at?
I bet it doesn't either. 2600 Jag again says it probably won't come with a power plug. You're right. A lot of this stuff doesn't. For $120, it really should. I mean, it seems kind of cheap not to throw it in.
Just got to put batteries in it.
400 is a quirky console, absolutely. It's computer technically, I guess. That's messed up. Atari striking his controller. Yeah, I agree. It seemed really petty because in the overall scheme of things, I mean, maybe it's because Atari just released. It has to be because they just released their controller.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's true.
So they probably didn't want any market confusion with anything else out there. So
that's a good point. I think last year they wouldn't give a shit.
No, and I don't think they'll give a crap after it comes out and they make their money either. But
yeah,
I think we figured it out. OG.
Bad timing, my friend.
Yeah, but good controller overall. Watch that review after you watch the podcast. Did you show Vinny the twin stick I'm working on? No, I haven't. I'll show that to you after the show, Vinny. OG Hugo, he has a lot of cool stuff, and he's working on a Robotron controller, which is going to be a bit smaller than most of. It's going to be like an arcade one, but smaller than, say, Ed Ladin's stuff. Makes
you wonder when somebody is going to do a homebrew of Black Widow for the Atari 7800.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be...
or a mech or some sort of mech game would be cool.
We'll catch up on a few more chats and then we'll move on. Nolan frequented strip clubs back then. He did a lot of...
We talked about Nolan this week, about young ladies from California and Nolan Bushnell.
Yeah. He did a lot of stuff. Chuck E. Cheese was a front.
It definitely wasn't for pizza, I'll tell you that much.
No, yeah, the pizza was cardboard. How much is the 400? Like $60? If you're talking about the 400 mini, that is $120. Very high. It's going to have to be pretty darn good to justify the price. I don't know, but everything's gone up so much. It's probably in line with what it should be.
But you could. I wonder if he means, can you get one, like a real one, for like 60 on Facebook Marketplace?
I've been watching them on eBay and Facebook. It seems about 100. Depending on condition, about $150 to $200 seems to be about the going rate.
Well, this seems interesting then.
RetroPie keyboard. It works for old PC games. Yeah, something like that would definitely work. I'm sure it'll work just fine on this. Yeah, that'd be a good alternative to having a big clunky keyboard. You could get one of those tiny RetroPie keyboards. I know what Ramey's talking about.
All right, let's jump into what we're going to talk about, the decline of the VCS. let's
Yep.
skip ahead here a little bit.
Absolutely.
So if you saw our what do you call them, spammy or clickbaity or
Spam.
hot take thumbnail that John made, which I enjoyed, it had a biblical element to it.
Yeah. The end is here.
We were a little
Oh,
worried because we're a little worried that the VCS may be officially on the back burner. Now we don't have any. This is not accusation. This is just conversation, and we knew instead of us doing a video individually, this would be better to have a chat because there's a lot of people in the chat who are knowledgeable about the goings on of Atari. But a little concerned, after the Food Fight Culinary Combat was released, it seems like things have slowed a little bit with what we would call the main Atari releases.
Yeah.
They are releasing independent games, like the small ones for a few dollars, and they are still releasing 7,800 games. Let's go into that, John. What is your take on the state of the VCS and what's going to happen with it?
Unfortunately, my take is kind of the thumbnail I made. So I think the VCS is on the decline. I think we're probably seeing the beginning of the end. Now, it might be a slow decline. It might be a slow, painful end for the VCS, but I think it might be winding down a bit. And the reason I say that is I don't think the VCS exclusive games that they've invested a lot more time and money into, such as Food Fight Culinary Combat and to a lesser extent Neo Sprint, have performed as well as they probably expected. And that's just a guess on my part. They don't release sales numbers as far as I can find. Oh, wow. Somebody's watching this on their VCS. That's really cool.
I feel suddenly nerdier and cooler at the same time.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. We're on the Atari. But no, I feel like I have to think trying to find games on Food Fight Culinary Combat. And also stay tuned. If you do have a VCS like Hammersmith, we're going to be talking about a tournament we're holding for that. But if you've been trying to find games on Food Fight, you know there is none. There's nobody playing, at least online, for Food Fight. And I think they were hoping that there would be games all the time. They would be stress testing their network and capabilities to hold several matches. And I think it's just been if I can be frank, just a failure.
That's hurtful.
It is. It hurts me too.
It is concerning, and there's certain other signs that bother me. One, we've had over a year of probably anywhere between 15 and 40% of the people who wanted to buy video games for their damn Atari VCS not being able to.
Yeah.
There's, I know a lot of people know this, but Wade Rosen is the CEO of Atari. He's been, to me, I think he's doing a really good job. I feel like he's taken over my franchise in the NFL, and we went 10-7 this year and made the playoffs and lost in the first round. And it was like, that's better than we've ever done. It's better than what we've done in years and years. And the VCS came out before he was on board. And there's always almost like the VCS was a redheaded stepchild or a black sheep of the family vibe. But in saying that, the last year and probably 4 months of the VCS's life has been, I would say, great. Besides the zip code issue, I was telling John today, I was playing it and I just had a massively great time with it. But when you are releasing Lunar Lander Beyond, which they've put a lot of time into, and there's like anime cartoons and stuff like that, and it's not coming to the VCS. Quamp is not coming to the VCS, but Quamp 2 might. We're still up in the air. You got somebody reached out to you to give you a review code, but they didn't give you the review code for the VCS, right?
Yeah, I received from Atari's marketing firm. I was offered the opportunity to do early look at Quamp.
Not me. I've been doing this for 20 something years. Thanks. But the new guy, go ahead there, John.
Yeah. So, and we'll address some comments here because I think we got some comments to the contrary. But
Oh my God.
with Quamp, as you look on here, they don't have VCS advertised, at least on their main page.
Oh, wait a minute now. What about that?
Oh, there it is, actually. Yeah. Okay, so it is coming to the VCS.
Oh, well then
However,
we're gonna scrap everything. Just scrap the
show's over.
Yeah, new thumbnail.
Hold
Yeah.
on, let's but no, but the probably the bigger release, which is Lunar Lander Beyond, isn't hitting the VCS. I
As of
think
yet.
what as of yet, and I doubt that it probably will hit the VCS. I'm doubtful of that. I don't know. It'll be interesting because Quamp could have been early enough in the plans that maybe it was already in works and they just went through with it. But again, it could be, take everything with a grain of salt. Like you said, this is all just conversation. None of it's confirmation or anything.
Man, we're rhyming today.
We're
We're like the folk. This isn't accusation. This is just conversation. man.
Yeah, exactly. But I do think
we could have been OJ's lawyer.
but I do think they got, like you said, I mean, it was always the redheaded stepchild. When Wade came in, Rosen, it wasn't a product he wanted to, I don't know if I should say want, but it was a product that was already there and he didn't seem to have much interest in it. And I think this is where his interest probably lies, is with what we're seeing now, the 2600 plus 400 mini Lunar Lander Beyond for multi-platforms.
The acquisition of titles, new software, IPs, the acquisition of Atari Age, buying the M Network, buying Berserk, apparently getting the rights back to Battlezone. I mean, that's a big
if
deal.
anything, I could see them, and yeah, Sabretooth and Obsidian, you're both right. It's coming to the VCS.
But that's new, right? I mean, that earlier in the week, that thing, and you asked for a VCS game review code for the VCS, and they said,
I might be breaking my agreement. I don't know. I didn't read the whole thing, but I asked.
You're from Toledo,
right?
They should have known you went to public high school up there,
right? But yeah, I asked for a VCS code, and the choices were Steam, Xbox, Switch, PlayStation, no VCS. So I kind of just assumed it wasn't available on VCS, but maybe there is no reviewer codes on the VCS.
But
I don't know.
It wasn't on. I've been looking. I mean, I actually do. I've been looking on the Atari website, and that Atari logo is brand new. And let's do this. Go to Lunar Lander, see if they've updated. They put that on Atari.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's see that real quick. Because if they're putting Lunar Lander on the VCS, which obviously the VCS can handle it, the VCS is a computer. Let's see. Nope.
Yeah, that's missing.
No Fuji, so it may not. And I don't know. Can I be honest? I'm not, even with all this pomp and circumstance and stuff, I'm not crazy about this.
I don't like the anime stuff. I don't get that.
There's a lot of people that are into that, and that's fine. They're advertising with that, and maybe that's cut scenes in the game, and who knows? This may be the best game ever made. I don't know, but right now, I'm not. I'd rather play Gravatar Recharged than this.
It looks like you're playing as a dragonfly in some scenes and as a ship in others. That's kind of cool. So,
I would also say that could be. Well, I'm not going to say it. Because it's not PC, but it rhymes with hey. But anyway, it could be good, man. Who knows? It could be awesome.
I'm sure it'll be very, very good, but it could definitely be done on the VCS.
Yes.
So there's got to be a reason why they're not bringing it to the VCS. And again, maybe it's not a snub. Maybe it's just something behind the scenes that we don't understand.
It's a different company than normal. It's not Sneaky Box. It's not Atom Vision. So it's somebody who's probably very unfamiliar with, and that's fine. Atari can do whatever they want to do. We're just worried about the VCS. Now, I will say this: if you were watching my channel this week, which you should, because there's all sorts of crazy, exciting stuff happening, from wrestling to ghosts and all points in between, and movies and stuff like that. I reviewed Harpy's Curse, and I will say Harpy's Curse is a 7800 is a 7800 title, which good luck getting that from Atari Age in the next 3 years. And it's also on the VCS, and I played it. And it's a Metroidvania with joust mechanics. And if you want to watch my review, it's one of the Big and Funky Productions. It's the last video I made. I will say that game is awesome. It's freaking awesome. So if you have a VCS for $8.99, get over there, slap your mother. Hopefully the zip code thing works.
Yeah.
And you will rock and roll until the break of dawn. Playing Harpy's Curse, man. It's freaking cool, man. It's a good. My score of 4.0 is probably a hair low for it. It should be maybe a 4 or 5 out of 5. So,
yeah, I don't know. I didn't think your score was awful, but I definitely would have bumped it up based off of what I've played so far. But it's
What?
a great, yeah.
You always lowball. You're like, I love this game, 2 out of 5. And I've never understood your viewing thing. So you would
my score. Okay, so on this Sunday's review, I explained this. So my grading scale is out of 5 on my channel.
So is mine.
So, but I don't do any points either. So I'll never do a 3.5 or 4 or 4.5, whatever.
Because that's confusing. That's too much like fractions.
Well, to me, if I was going to do that, I don't, because you do that, so I don't want to badmouth it. But so with my grading scale,
don't be afraid. I'm a big boy.
I feel like if I'm gonna do points like 0.5, I might as well do out of 10.
Well, then you can do it. Then you can do an 8.5.
I could do an 8.7.
See, then we can do it out of 100. Just make it an 87.
87, yeah.
Yeah.
We figured it out.
Yeah.
No, but so, and a 5. So to me, a 5 would be perfect. So if you give something, the ceiling of what it could get, that means it's, flawless. It's perfect.
Okay. Let me ask you this then, Big John.
Okay.
Has anything on the
Big
VCS,
Dad John.
has anything on the VCS, is anything a 5? Is anything perfect on the VCS out of those 100 and almost 40 games now?
I'm
gonna tell you.
I would give, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
What?
Well, I don't want to.
Come on. You get thousands of views
right
on your reviews,
and that's because
the podcast is only a couple hundred. So this is
I would probably
exclusive content for our friends in the chat.
If and when I review EXO, that would probably be a 5.
Okay, I gave it a 5 as well. 5.0.
5.0.
Because I used the point. I used the points.
Did you put 0.0?
Yeah. Because it's got to line up with the 4.5s and stuff. It can't just be a 5 out there. It looks weird.
Yeah, that's true. You have kind of a formatting issue then.
Yes.
Probably EXO, and I can't really think of anything else.
Well, there's the Atari. Would you give the Atari 50th anniversary celebration a 5?
Yes.
Even though they fucked up their best game,
I'd still give it a 5.
Okay. I would not give it because they screwed up Tempest 2000, and that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I would give Gravatar Recharged a 5.0, and that's coming out soon too. That's a perfect. That's one of the best Atari games ever released. Is that game? So I would.
Yeah.
That game is beyond awesome.
I'd probably give that a 4. Probably
out of 5.
Out of 5, yeah. But see, a 4. God. So like a 5 is perfect. A 4 is excellent. 3 is good. So 3 is still good. That means 3 is recommended. 2 is not recommended, and 1 is Lava Lamps and 8 tracks. So
there you go.
That's the only game. That's the only game to get a 1 right now. So it'd have to be as poorly done as that particular title.
We've lost the plot. We've got so much going on now. What were we talking about? So is the VCS dead? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, I think it is probably on the D. How many years has it been out now? roughly.
Free.
It went out to backers before 2000, right?
Before the year 2000? No.
Yeah. It didn't?
No, because in the year 2000, we didn't even have cell phones back then. We had Snake.
Oh, I meant yeah.
We were worried about
yeah.
Atari was like worried about
I meant
roller coaster.
2020.
Oh,
Didn't it go out to backers at like in 2018, 2019, or am I
no.
Okay.
It may be 4 years old, but it's not pre-COVID or anything like that.
I think it probably isn't. I just think
Good
again,
grief. We've got so many comments. We gotta
yeah, we'll hit the comments here in a second, guys. We're gonna answer all your questions because we're obviously knowledgeable on what we're talking about. Because we knew that Quamp was coming to the VCS. We were just
I saw it. I saw people say that, but they've also said that about Lunar Lander as well. And it didn't.
Yeah, I've heard people say that for Lunar Lander too. But I also just lost the plot because I can't remember what we were saying. So let's go into
VCS. We're both saying it's maybe on the decline, but as of today, look over my shoulder. They added Bentley Bear Crystal Quest, which is one of the best games for the 7800.
That's an easy one, I think, for them to do.
It's still a release. It's still a release. It's still an excellent game. I mean, I think they're pipe hitting these games, man.
I think we won't, with the failure, and I'm going to say it's a failure to this point, of Food Fight Culinary Combat, which is Wade Rosen's favorite game series on the Atari, or one of them. I think they probably see less value in releasing for the VCS. That and the fact that they still haven't fixed the zip code issue. It makes me think, again, that's another reason to abandon ship. And I'm not saying that they are. I'm just saying that I think when they look at sales, they're probably limping the VCS along just for the fans, and they're making money on other platforms is my honest take on it.
I think they're all going to steal our credit cards and then sell it to China. I think that's what the whole thing of the VCS was.
You think so?
Oh yeah. No, I don't know. All right, let's get through some of these comments and we'll talk about
these comments.
We'll talk about our tournament coming up. We're excited. Speaking of Wade, we'll call it the Wade Rosen Invitational.
I like that.
We'll get a copyright strike on that too.
So Ramey says VCS is too high. It needs to be cheaper. I agree. I think the price point is ridiculous.
Irie. Well, you can get them on sale for about $189. They go on sale
like
all the
4
time.
times a year. Wow.
Yeah, they get it on sale. They put the controllers on sale. Don't pay the full price for it.
But still, it shouldn't be that high anyway. How about a Jaguar 2? Never going to happen. I wish it would, Mike. I really do. But
I would like a Jaguar Mini or whatever. That would be balls out awesome.
I think that if they're going to follow what they seem to be following with the whatever Meyercade stuff, that next year's Mini will be a Jaguar.
Look at it this way. What is the 2600 plus? What is it really?
7800.
It's a 7800.
Yep.
The Mini 400 can play all the 8-bit computer games and the Atari 5200.
Yep.
So what's next?
Yep.
We're gonna get a Lynx, which is going to be awesome, and we're going to get a Jaguar. So
could be, but there'll be a Mini before a 2. Food Fight was a letdown. I liked Food Fight.
Yeah, it's good. Me and John have played each other a couple times, and we had a blast. So
Benny's really good at it, but I got some tricks.
Don't talk about the neighbors upstairs.
Yeah, right. Do you think Neo Sprint will get released to Steam anytime
Why
soon?
would it ever?
I think they will.
God awful, terrible game.
Again, to recoup their money, I think they will.
I think they should fucking donate it to science.
That's another 5.
You're ridiculous. That game's the shittiest.
Have you played since the new update?
No, my system.
Now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's a girl in the passenger seat that gropes your leg during the turns. Yeah, I'm sure it's completely different.
We got corrected by the great Sabretooth and Obsidian. Of course, those are two of probably our most knowledgeable.
Which one's
people.
great? Are they both great or just one?
Yeah.
Okay.
When it comes to VCS, they're probably the most knowledgeable people I know are those two. So, of course, they corrected us.
I hope they play in the tournament. I'd like to kick their asses if they're so great.
Right. We got to prove our superiority.
I love that with a K. It's a platforming Pong game. Is that what you'd say? It's like Pong.
It's not really play. It's kind of a puzzle Pong adventure thing. It's
Good.
interesting.
You need a thesaurus. It's thing. It's good thing. Fun game.
It's
Thing.
a fun game. It's a game, and it's
Yes.
on the computer. VCS has issues with early access. Agreed.
I also have issues with something early. It depends on how big the boobs are.
I guess so. There goes my monetization money. There goes my $1.80. You said
You get strike if you say bubes.
No, I don't
Okay,
think so.
good.
It depends how much you say boobs. If you say
Let's
it
cut it
repeatedly.
out. I don't know. We don't. These guys don't. Half these guys never seen any. So let's.
VCS snubbed plus Vinny snubbed.
Yeah, I don't.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm like Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's loose. He blows up the Death Star, and I don't even get a chick out of the deal.
Oh, that's
he at least gets to kiss his sister.
Jesus. So why no lunar lander? Again, because I don't think they see a much value in releasing it out there.
I think to me, I think it's a new company, and they probably just don't even know how to. They probably don't even care to, because you have to spend money to develop things for systems.
Yeah.
So they probably are like,
I think it's basically Linux. I mean, that's all the VCS is like a Linux computer, I think.
You're right. But I mean, if you're making it for a PlayStation, Xbox,
And
Switch,
PC, yeah.
The localization to a Linux computer is different.
Yeah. Atari teamed up with GXG channel to give away some game codes. I won one of them.
Ooh.
Well, I wish they would do that with me or
Was
Vinny.
that Quamp or what? What did he get?
I doubt it was Quamp. Let us know, OG Hugo. What game code did you
Quamp
win?
2.
Raimi asking the real questions. Why do they have a blue pecker on their game page?
Who are we talking about? Me?
You? No,
Me?
Atari.
You?
On Atari's game page. Hold on, let me see if I can bring it up.
It's one of the. I would say a penis is one of the top 5 sexual organs.
Let's play Find the Pecker.
Oh, that.
Is it this thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a ball.
Wait a minute. Is that the beans or the Frank? What?
That might be a bean. Yeah,
dude. I don't know. I see the blue pecker.
Get that off of there. I need my $1.80.
I'm getting a little hot. I'm sweating a little bit. Woo. She's ready to go too.
What good is my VCS if I can't play Lunar Lander?
Well, you can play all the other games.
Yeah,
but I agree with you. I want to play Lunar Lander on it too. But yeah.
Sabretooth using the big words. I don't have my thesaurus yet, so spurious speculation.
Good job.
Was that right?
Yeah.
LLB is a shame. It should absolutely 100 be on the VCS. Agreed.
Absolutely.
We have the awesome, incredible Atari IO in here.
Ooh, Justin.
I feel fortunate the VCS was ever released.
I do too.
Miko shows us another way the VCS could have gone. We're fortunate to have the VCS and the community around it. Agreed.
I agree.
Yeah.
I was telling John I had a blast today. I had like 5 hours. I don't know if I did. I was watching Court TV. There's a lot of good court stuff going on, but I just chilled out with the Shih Tzus and the rain
on the VCS. Watch Court TV.
No, I had it on my cell phone next to me, and I'm sitting there playing a myriad of games, and it was just a blast. It's good times.
Wood and Sis finally got on. We're glad to have you here on the show. Hi, Vinny and John. Hello. Wood and Sis. Justin again. This doesn't feel like a new complaint for me though. Those of us who have lived through the 7800 were constantly asking, why is Road Blasters not coming to the 7800 among a slew of other? Yeah, this has kind of been the Atari curse, hasn't it? Just the best games are not hitting our beloved Atari platforms, even though they're made by Atari. So,
well, kind of, yeah. You learn there was a lot of bull crap, and Atari was really something else. But anyway,
well, yeah, but
license it when you're a kid, you don't understand there's license issues and stuff.
And Atari was 2 different companies with the same name,
right?
2600 Jag. I got snubbed at prom. She did not put out like supposed to on prom night. Is that a snub, or is that you didn't get her enough drink? I don't think.
I thought it said pull out, and I was like, what kind of situation was happening?
Oh, then he probably has a few kids. Sabretooth. The VCS is more powerful than the Switch, so anything targeted the Switch can run on the VCS. Yeah, again, you know more about it than me, but yeah, if that's the case, there really is no excuse.
That brings about why Food Fight is so weird. But anyway.
Mhm. Lunar lander landscape looked questionable.
There was a lot of fleshy parts to that one scene. That did look weird. That looked like Hardy Manslapper in the year 2024.
It kind of did. Let me see here. Will you ever do a funky review of Timeline Mission?
I will. I keep asking these smaller companies, throw me a code, and I will review whatever. But I will be honest. If it sucks, I will say it. If it's good,
Right.
The problem right now is I've ran out of memory, and I got to go get like 124 gig USB, and I'm going to have to do that whole thing. So
yeah, no,
I can't even update Neo Sprint. That's how out of memory.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Those sticks too are like $15 on sale anymore.
Oh yeah, man. It's no big deal. It's just the effort. Did you just burp in the mic?
Yeah, I did. Sorry.
Golly, you're trying to get monetized.
Yeah, watch the viewers all drop off now. it just kind of happened. I apologize.
We'll
cut it out in post.
All the Dragon games are must buys. Yeah. And Harpy's Curse is. I think that's. Would you say it's better? I know you like Dragon's Havoc. Do you think it's better than Dragon's Havoc?
It's probably right on par with it, in my opinion. It's two different. It's apples and oranges, but yeah.
Yeah. The thing I like about Harpy's Curse is there's no game like it on the VCS or the 7800.
Harpies have pink hair and complain on Atari age.
Well, maybe she went to the boutique.
Hammersmith just got their VCS last month on the 5th. And
good. I hope you can buy stuff on it.
Ramey's taking a drug break.
Yeah, he needs to go get some pink hair.
OG Hugo 1.1. This is one we were talking about, 5.0 games, I believe. So BPM Boy, which I have not played yet, but I've heard good things about.
BPM Boy is not a 5 because of when I'm about to do a review, but it is.
Are you?
It is a good game.
Oh, very cool.
There's a major flaw with BPM Boy, and I will expose it. Gravitar is a 5.
Let's see, Atari 50th, which, despite the flaw, I think I would still give it a 5.
It's close.
Atari Mania, I definitely would not. I gave that a 3.
Yeah, and you love it,
which is good.
I gave it a 3.5,
and you didn't like it.
No, I did. I really enjoyed it. I thought they screwed up the asteroid ship and stuff.
Cavern of Mars.
I don't like that nearly as anybody else. People love that game. It's good.
I don't. Yeah.
To me, it feels like it doesn't feel like a real full game. I never played a thrust lander.
I was looking at that the other day. I'm going to pick that up, I think. So December 2020, it went to backers. So it's really not that old of a console. I'm just afraid that
3 years.
I'm afraid they're not seeing profit in it. I mean, again, why would you just spend time and resources on something that
2.5 years? 2.5 years it's been out.
Oh yeah, we're in 2024 now, ain't we?
Yeah, but it's
just barely.
I'm getting good-looking girls texting me. All right.
Let's see. OG Hugo got their VCS just past Christmas and have not even opened it. You might want to open that up and
just smell it. To smell the new Atari smell.
Jolt says the Y2K bug hit the VCS. Just ignore.
I made a movie about that.
WJHCAM.
That's right. Good grief.
I don't see any new games today on VCS. Newest ones are Mighty Math and Timeline Mission. Which one should I get?
Harpy's Curse, and then Bentley Bear's Crystal Quest. I will tell you to get those.
There you go.
If you have those in a 7800 and you don't want to rebuy them, I don't know between those two.
Mega Cat screwed up Food Fight. Agree? To an extent.
I don't like cats. So maybe did one get in the computer or something? I like Food Fight, but it's not as slick as it probably should be. I've been worried about this too.
Yeah, I would buy an extra just in case.
They put them on sale when Atari puts those things on 40% off, man, grab your sticks.
Sabretooth agrees with me. The new update, he likes it now. I'm telling you, the new update, you might be surprised.
I'm about to cuss. I'm about to ruin your monetization.
About to call
Possum Grits is here.
Good old friend Possum Grits. So there is a limit. You can only say boobs 10 times per hour. So Vinny, keep track of that. Because if we say boobs anymore,
I know a lot of slang. So I keep talking about cans, jugs, titties all night long.
Let's see. Will you find the Lunar Lander developer and put them in a headlock until they put it on the VCS? Vinny's specialty is a funky figure 4 leg lock.
The funky figure 4, you're right. I won many a title.
Yeah, I watched his wrestling on YouTube.
There you go.
Let's see.
I think I'm going to be on the next wrestling show we're going to put on my page. I think I'm actually wrestling on that.
Oh, here he came close to it, man. That you dodged a bullet there, Ramey. Vinny, this is for Vinny. Have you streamed your own movies on the VCS?
Yeah, because I'm lame like that. There's Tubi and Plex, and I've got a couple movies on those, and I've just sat there and was like, I'm watching myself on an Atari machine. My 14-year-old self would have flipped out over that.
Nintendo Wii and Wii U both ran on Linux. I did not know that. Very interesting. Possum Grits. Atari needs to get the rights for Battlezone back. Oh, hey. That's right. You missed the beginning of the podcast. Everybody start over. Possum Grits here.
Let's start the show over.
And go.
Dude. Yeah. Time Ride Funk Train. The Battlezone is mysteriously on the Atari Mini list of 25 games. So that makes me wonder, did we get I get a check, but did Atari get the rights to Battlezone back? That's interesting.
Ramey seems to think the U.S. Army owns them.
I heard somebody told us on the podcast that somebody bought Battlezone and Math Grand Prix. And it was like, what? Oh, we forgot to do that thing. Hold on, while you're doing that, keep going to the thing. There's that thing. I got to check and see if this is real or not.
All right. While he's doing that, 2600 Jag, I don't see Bentley Bear Game on VCS. It's there. It just came out. It should be there. That's weird that you don't see it. Did
you see it?
I actually haven't logged on to the VCS yet.
Well, then we might have been lied to.
Oh, you didn't see it either?
No.
Oh.
I just saw it on. Somebody said I just downloaded it on the gimmick. So we might be giving out false information.
I saw that same post that you did. So sorry about that. Neo Sprint is great now, according to Obsidian. I agree. They took an already great game and made it even better. Classic Game Room just did a review for Mr. Run and Jump, according to Ramey. Also put a shout out for the podcast in his comment.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you did, Ramey? Oh, thank you very much. That was very nice of you. Classic Game Room is back. I knew he had went away for a while.
How did you like Mr. Run and Jump? And was it the 2600 version or the VCS version?
There you go. 2600 Jag tried to like Neo Sprint, but he can't. He says it stinks.
Thank you.
And he is on his VCS now, and Bentley Bear is not in the store, so we were in fact lied to.
Jesus. I'm sorry, guys.
While Vinny is doing whatever he's doing, I just want to remind everybody that the Atari Network podcast is brought to you by Atari7800forever.com. Atari7800forever.com has been covering the 7800 for 20 years now. There's 20 years of information on this website. So you head over here if you want to know a review for a retail game, a homebrew. Click on the link that says every game reviewed. And I think on my last stream, I said there was no review for Lava Lamps and 8-Tracks, and I was wrong because it's right down here. And you can see that it got a respectable score of 1.0. But there's also more than just reviews. You got cheat codes, articles, the cheat to win list of lists, and you can actually find our podcast right on the home screen there as well. So go ahead and check out Atari7800forever.com, covering everything 7800 for the last 20 years, and will continue to do so for the next 20 years.
Okay, well, this is what I wanted to say. is for some reason, if you join the Atari club,
Okay.
and I'm not kidding, there's Basic Math Recharged. And you can play that on the website. Yes, I'm actually playing
you
it
share
right
that?
now. I don't know how to, but
Okay.
yeah, I'm playing Basic Math Recharge as we're
Go-
doing this, but it's ridiculous.
It's at club. Okay, now you stall while I bring it up for everybody to see.
I don't know if it's worth spending the time. You got to join the website and get a code through your email and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, let's run through these and catch up. There was an issue with Crystal Quest. It will be fixed. So it was on there.
Okay.
It might have been the music. The music is pimp on that game. In fact,
It
my
is.
Atari 7800, mine does not play Bentley Bear's music properly. And
Really?
I've had
Probably an issue with the Pokey chip then, I think.
somebody said they're going to buy Harpy's purse. Now, I don't know how big that is, if you need cosmetics.
You could probably,
It fits pepper spray, a wallet, certain things.
hey, and look at our Jolt 7800 donating $10 and a super sticker. Thank you very much, Jolt. That's incredibly kind of you. Again, always appreciated, but never expected. Thank you so much, Jolt. You are a true classy Atarian. Let's see, a harpy is slang for a skanky female who is a pink-haired over 30, never will be. Yeah, we know somebody like that.
We got a couple of them. Yeah, I think Raimi is really hitting inside today. I think.
Well, he had those teeth pulled, had the surgery done, so he's
he's feeling himself. He's feeling full of himself. But yes, we do have an enemy. Well, I don't know if she's an enemy, but
no, she's just a misguided young
she's a
lady.
misguided soul. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Boy, you went to church last week. I can tell.
Amen. Is basic math better than might math?
Yes. All math is evil, so there's no saving it.
The skankier, the easier to score. That's what I said about my the games I play. Yep, and Raimi's all done.
All right. So next Saturday, guys, this is what we're doing. So what is the date? Let me look at this real quick. So February 17th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We're doing the first annual Wade Rosen Food Fight Culinary Combat.
Where is it?
We need 8 participants. And so that basically means me and John and 6 people. And we will be bugging you through social media if we don't get 6, but we will get 6 people to play us at that time. Now, what will happen is when you join and you contact John through either his channel or Facebook or whatever, or Instagram or Twitter, or whatever John is on, or whatever I am on, I will contact
Atari
John.
Network's on all of those, actually.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, okay. So John's probably the best one. We will go in order, and you say who you want to be as the avatar: Asian chick, Charlie Chuck, black dude, Muslim-looking chef, whatever.
The best thing is just let us know you're interested. You don't have to pick somebody immediately, but it's first come, first serve. So we're hoping to get 6 people.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure we will. We got a couple people that want to play. So yeah, into that we will get together and we will do. I think we said we're going to do 5 rounds, right? We're going to do one game of each of the modes, and the person who's in last place gets to pick the last game and the last mode. We will score everybody. It's an 8-point system. First place will get 8 points, and so on and so forth. And whoever wins will get a pick of 3 prizes. One prize is a signed DVD of one of the big and funky horror comedies, WJHC, The Hike, Vinny's Fantastic Rock and Roll Adventure, or Camp Smokey, which is the brand new one. Another prize is a boxed Gravatar game.
Sealed.
For the Atari
Gravatar.
26. Yes.
Factory sealed.
And
direct.
The next.
Go ahead.
Shut up. Go ahead. No. And the last is a Combotron straight from Germany wireless video game controller that you can map yourself. It's compatible with the 2600, the 7800, Amiga, the Spectrum ZX, I think, the Commodore 64,
All kinds.
all of those things. So,
Yep.
yes.
So sign up to play if you have a VCS. Again, first 6 people, let us know on Facebook, on the 7800 Facebook group, 7800 Forever Facebook group, or on, I'll have a post tomorrow about it. And just let us know. First 6 will be entered, and the winner will get their choice of either the movie from Vinny, the sealed 2600 Gravatar game, or the Cometron controller, wireless controller. So it'll be a good time regardless, win or not.
And you should probably stream it, John. You should probably have it out
Yeah,
there.
we'll stream it.
Yeah, it could be something for all the people to see. And Atari may like that and that's the other thing too. Not only we're going to have a tournament, we're going to have some fun and some laughs, because when me and John played it, we played it for about an hour, and I was kicking his butt. But the last game, he outsmarted me and won a really, really fun game. Basically, I slid off the screen with his diabolical tricks. It was a good time. So yeah, there's some good things about that game, and it's a good way to stress test the food fight, right? Like they want to, it's maybe the first time ever there will be 8 people playing that at the same time. So
yeah, could be.
Yeah.
So very fun that should be. So make sure you let us know you're interested. First 6 to say so will be in, and we'll stream it next Saturday at, what we say,
7:30 Eastern Standard Time in the PM.
Yep, so 4:30 Pacific. So
that's right.
Be there.
So there'll be no football, so there's no reason to...
yeah. Who are you going for in the Super Bowl, Vinny?
The New York Jets.
Oh, wow. I'm a Detroit Lions fan. We came close. It was a good year for us. We finally had a good one.
Right
Flash
there.
Gordon. Look at that. He has a shrine.
Yeah. Not a lot of trophies in there, just a lot of bullshit that's green.
So when are you gonna do how do you pronounce gyrus comparison?
Well, I like my gyros with the lamb. I know sometimes down south they'll put like lettuce and tomato and shit on it. Down here, I don't like that.
Ziti sauce. Have you ever had that?
Oh yeah. So, when you go down south, you got to watch your gyros there, Ramey. You can't.
Hey, don't ever meet your gyros. That's what they always say.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Or I'm sleepy.
Yeah. Jerome finally made it. Again, we have to start over again. Hit the likes. Thank you, Jerome.
Hit the milk thumbs.
Possum Grits loves Gyrus, and Ramey says Gyrus for the 2600 is freaking awesome.
Is it?
Could be. I've never actually played that one. I know the 5200 one. I'm familiar with.
Or the arcade is good.
Yeah, that too. By the way, you can use a PS4 controller in the Game Station Pro. I was never able. I don't have anything that new, so I was never able to test that.
Yeah, you are old school.
All right. My newest console here is an original Xbox. So enjoy that. OG Hugo says Taylor Swift will win the Super Bowl. She's just winning in life right now.
She's having her best life.
Wood Insist wants to know where my Lions stuff is. It's spread all over the Atari Network studios here. I'd show it to you, but
studios.
Yeah, this is a studio.
It's okay. Is that what we call a living room with these days? Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't call you out like that.
You know, this is a second show in a row you've called me out. I don't know what's going on with you.
You pooped the bed and now you anyway.
I never pooped the bed.
Read my lips. There was I thought it was a copy of Lava Lamp 8-track theater in the bed.
I fell asleep with the game in the bed.
I played Madness Beverage again today. I keep going back and forth that this is awful and this is actually pretty fun. I still don't know where I land with it. It's so weird.
Yeah, I have a review on the channel if you're interested. There's, I believe, 2 reviews ago now. So
I
check
just
that
keep
out.
thinking I'd rather be playing Serious Sam.
Yeah,
And
exactly. I mean,
Serious Sam came out like 15 years ago. So I don't
Yeah.
know. It's not bad though. It's weird.
yeah, I don't know.
Frenzy at 7800 is one of the best games Atari's ever
Oh,
done, and that was Bob DeCrescenzo.
yeah,
Pac-Man
Bob
Plus.
DeCrescenzo did that, and it was excellent. Justin calling us out. Is anyone excited for Fatal Run, Food Fight, and Ninja Golf to be re-released by Atari in 7800? We did not talk about that. Yeah, that has been announced since the last podcast. The CX78 Plus controller has officially been announced, and also controller extensions for $10, which is exciting. And why are you shaking your head, Vinny?
I'm not excited. I'm not.
You're not excited?
driving down the price value of my collection.
Oh, stop it!
I mean, Fatal Run and Ninja Golf.
The original versions will hold value, I'm sure.
I don't think so. Why
No.
would they?
I don't know. Because
Yeah.
they're original. The same reason that a damn 5-screw copy of Metroid sells for way more than a 3-screw copy
Okay,
is
that's
why.
good. That's a good point.
Because people are weird like that.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for it because despite, Vinny's kind of on the other side, so he wants to maintain the value of his collection. I want everybody to experience these games. He's got quite the collection.
I want people to buy the games from me at premium prices. That's what I want.
Premium games.
I want them to play it. I just don't want them to get out.
You
cheap.
just want them to pay a lot for it.
Well, that's Ninja Golf, man. It's a
Yeah.
mystery.
But
you know what? I probably am wrong. Not to cut you off, and I did, but they just released Fatal Run and Ninja Golf on the 50th anniversary celebration
on the VCS.
Yeah, so I mean, it's the allure of the people who just were paying a lot of money just to play the damn thing. That's gone.
Right. I mean, I think Fatal Run is a good Atari 7800 game. I don't think a lot of people. It won't be anybody's favorite game. I don't think it'll ever be claimed to be the best game on the 7800. But it's just good fun. I mean, it's always fun driving and shooting people. I mean, ever since the beginning of time.
I thought you were about to, you live in Toledo. I didn't know if that was going to do that.
I was raised on drive-bys.
That's right. I think when you're a junior in high school, that's an elective is drive-by shooting.
Right.
And it's one of the best classes up in Toledo.
It's a requirement in Toledo, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was an elective. They made it. Man, Fatal Run is one of those games that I loved, and finding it when I was a kid was amazing. Right. But it's not a great game. And Ninja Golf is, I think it gets better with time. And Food Fight, of course, is awesome. So that's a good selection. They could have picked.
I think so.
They could have picked much worse.
Oh, absolutely. And
they keep pushing 2600 Fatal Run. It's finally good to see. Pushing the 7800 version.
Yeah, because the 2600 I think isn't as good.
I never played it, but I don't know why I'd want to.
Exactly, when the 7800 is there. Let's see.
You got to see the cheerleader explode.
Yeah, that's the best part. Those cutscenes in that game is really good, and
they're dark. I mean, it's kind of if you get your mind into what's happening and all the skies are changing colors and stuff.
They're smiling the whole time though.
And they explode. Wait, they're cheering you because you're about to save the town. They didn't know. What the hell? What the hell is in the atmosphere that caused these people to explode and turn into tombstones?
Right.
That is some weird shit.
Put a USB-C adapter to USB adapter and they will work fine. Yeah, and I actually have those adapters. I just don't have the controllers, Ramy, but I heard that they work just fine on the Game Station Pro with adapters. Jerome, I just learned that the walls don't hurt you if you touch them or the enemies. I'm sure that was
about Frenzy.
Okay.
They do kill you in Berserk. Right. Jerome, I think the coolest thing I learned about Frenzy is you can create your own exits because you can shoot through the walls.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And if you're hemmed up in a spot, you can shoot 2 or 3 little spaces and you can just leave the room. And when I learned that, I was able to start playing for a long, long time.
We made Wood and Sis laugh. Possum Grit says, "Is it good? I have it on ColecoVision. I like it a lot." Again,
what are we talking about?
Maybe it was Frenzy on ColecoVision.
I don't know. I don't know what he's
know
talking
either.
about.
Well, that's the problem with coming to comments after the fact, I guess. Raimi Butler, serious question. Why don't Atari make a deal with Namco and Sega? It makes no sense.
Money. They couldn't afford Namco and buying out Namco and Sega.
I don't know. Well, no, not buying them out, but to make a deal, I think to like release some things. But I don't know how expensive it would be because there's
Be expensive.
Namco stuff all over. Think about it, because you can get just like there's the 50th Atari 50th handhelds and stuff. There's a Pac-Man handhelds by the same company, so it can't cost that much to license the stuff.
Well,
they're
but
able.
Atari is not going to. Why would they do it? Why would they do that?
Probably. I mean, yeah, it's probably unnecessary.
What they
expense.
should do is get a deal with Midway so they can get some of their Atari game IPs back, like Paperboy and Road Blasters and Vindicators and San Francisco Rush.
Midway's gone.
Well, what is it? Warner Brothers now?
Yeah, now it's Warner Games or whatever, I think.
That's what I mean.
Possum Grits was talking about Frenzy. You want to know if Frenzy was good?
If you go to Atari7800forever.com, you can read the review. It's in the top 10 of the best 7800 games made.
It's really good.
It's awesome. And you can play 2-player at the same time. Amazing.
Hammersmith really likes the new food fight. I do too. I don't think it was.
It's good. Bad. It's not great.
Obsidian thinks it's great for the re-releases because you can afford them. I agree. The more people do enjoy it, the better. I got a fan. Of course I do.
What the
hell?
People
love their.
People like checkers more than chess. I can just tell you that.
Wow. Justin sold off his Mitten box and Complete in box, Fatal Runs, and Ninja Golfs this week. Selling them off. You can buy them back for $30, so why not sell them off? That's a smart move, actually. Everybody, sell. Sound the alarm, sell. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Sad for some reason. Get off that. I don't like seeing that.
Okay.
Get off.
Obsidian bought all three. He has seen Ninja Golf prices go down on eBay.
I don't like this. Let's talk about something else.
I've been getting some Wii games lately. I bought 4 games for $10, cheap as 2,600 carts. I bought 6 2,600 carts for $5. So there.
They're all combat with the label missing.
It's no, they were really. So you don't follow my community post.
Well, you've got enough fans now. You've got fans. Yeah. I don't need to follow you. I don't need to stroke your little ego and go, "You're going to be great, John."
Well, you get it.
Anyway. You know you're great now.
Yeah. I like 2,600 Fatal Run best. Interesting, Jerome.
I gotta play it then.
I know.
I think Jerome's he's a little manic. He's all over the place. He didn't like Madness Beverage, and now he does. And now he likes the 2,600 Fatal Run.
2,600 Jag. Oh, go ahead.
I reviewed that game. Did you review that for your channel?
Nope, I never.
Okay. Well, if you go to Big and Funky Productions, I review it. I think people hated it. I think me and John both agree it's a great game. It's not Berserk, though. It's a twin stick something else. Because to me, and I'll just save you, go watch my video anyway. I need the likes because I don't have fans or an algorithm that loves me. But the Berserk is a survival horror game. That's what it is. It is a horror game, and it's not a twin stick game. It's not fast. It's slow and plodding, and there's a big bad guy. But what Berserk Recharged is a good game that looks a lot like Berserk, but it's not quite Berserk.
There you go. 2,600 Jag wants to know is Days of Doom worth $30?
Man, if you find it for I like the game a lot. I've beaten it like 4 or 5 times. I got a review on my channel too, Big and Funky Productions. I do like the game a lot. 30 is pushing it for me for the VCS.
Yeah, it seems a little steep.
I would 15, 20, yes.
Both Raimi and Possum Grits confirming Frenzy is on Coleco, and it was a very good version. 2,600 Jag asking again, is Doodle Taxi like Crazy Taxi?
Yes, it's similar.
You know what sucks? I got ribs I can't eat because I cannot chew food. Man, that sucks.
Mail that down to the mothership.
That sounds like torture to me.
I don't have any food in the house. right
Wow.
now.
That to have ribs though right in front of you, just mocking you. One of us made Jerome laugh. Ramey has a massive Wii U collection for his
Wee wee.
retirement fund.
You
So
should
yeah,
you should have got a GameCube collection
Yep.
for your retirement fund.
well, everything goes in waves. So GameCube might be
Too
up
many
now.
Wii games, man. Now the Wii U may
Yeah, that's a good one.
that was that was the most. We always talk about 7800 or the Dreamcast being the most underappreciated systems, but the Wii U had some awesome tech.
Wow. Jerome likes Madness
really?
beverage.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Issues.
But like a month ago, he didn't. But
OG Hugo is playing both sides. He's watching the live stream on both channels. So
I love him for that.
Yep.
But you're the best. Remember that.
Thank you. I need to hear that about every 15 minutes, or I start to get sad. But no, that's probably the only way to see all the chat, because I realize if you're in one channel, you can't see the chat in the other channel, which is kind of sad. Possum Grits. Not many years ago, I walked out of my local mom and pop's video game store with 40 Atari 2600 games for $15. We all miss those days. You could buy like a console with 50 games for like $20 way back when.
It's getting weird again, for sure.
Yeah. I think now stuff's going to go up where it probably shouldn't because of the 2600 plus. Will there ever be a wrestling game on the VCS? I don't think so.
Yeah. People don't put a lot of time into sports games for stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Jerome, I want all the new re-release Atari carts, but I have them all on the VCS. Yeah, it's cheaper and it's the same game. So, I mean, it's that collector mentality for some people, I guess.
I do like playing the games on the original hardware with joysticks.
Holy moly.
So 7800 is what?
Ramey has all but 3 games for the Wii. That's incredible. He has every Wii U game except for 3.
Do you have, Ramey, real quick, do you have that game that was released that shot up in price? It's like a really adult game that was kind of panned. I can't remember the name of it. It's a third-person fighting game where you run around and there's like anime cut scenes. I can't remember the name of it. And the guy's got like weird tattoos. And it got terrible reviews, and then it started to come back, and people were like, but it shot up to be several $100s.
Oh, wow.
Because the Nintendo people hated it. Reggie from Nintendo hated it. And then.
Wow. Hammersmith just bought a 2 terabyte SSD and 16 gigabyte RAM stick in his VCS so he can use normal Windows 10 USB install to install Windows. Wait.
We are not smart people.
We
don't know anything about tech shit.
You'll want to go probably to Atari Age, Atari IO, or the Discord channel, and somebody much smarter. Look for Crossbow.
The reason that John and I do a show is because we're the only retro people that aren't people that actually can build Ataris and change your 7800 into a wash machine and stuff like John's smarter than I am with that stuff. I never open controllers or anything like that. I can't. That scares me.
2600 Jag. I am on the Funky channel. I don't know the other guy. See,
well,
how happy that makes you.
Well, it just cracks me up because I can't believe somebody is watching my shit. John is a reviewer at Atari 7800 forever, and now his channel in 6 months has like tripled mine. And yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, click the thumbs up and encourage others. Yeah, hit the like button if you don't mind. What about that wrestling RPG? It's not on VCS.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, unless I assume it's an indie game. Unless they see value in releasing it for the VCS, I don't see it happening. But they might. I don't know.
There has to be a studio that wants to.
Right. I think the average Atari 2600 carts I bought were about $4. Yeah, the price seems to have, kind of went up to about $5 for common stuff is what I'm seeing locally. eBay, even there, it seems to be like $9-10 by the time you add in shipping. But yeah, right about $5.
There's a question coming up. I'm just tickled. I can't wait for you to get to.
Okay. I want to upgrade my VCS hard drive and memory from Jerome. Yeah.
I wanna upgrade my memory. Period.
There you go. OG Hugo, how old are you guys, by the way? 50?
How old of a fella are you, John?
I'm 38, I think.
You're 38.
I
I thought you were younger than that.
How old did you think I was?
About 35.
35?
Yeah, I'm not 50.
No,
I'm in my 40s.
I'm 37. But
Well, you said that very sad. Are you okay?
oh, I mean, I'm getting old.
Everybody in this chat is
I'm
50
getting-
or 49 or something. So you're the
I'm the
kid.
youngin'. Yeah.
Yeah.
Raimi, the Gen Z and millennials will want Wii and Wii U. Yep, he's right though. Yeah, because
I think
They're
that
gonna want
the Wii
stuff.
collection it's too much shovelware.
the Wii will be fine. The Nintendo stuff will always sell for a decent amount.
That's
like
true too.
The Mario Karts and the Mario Brothers.
Why do you say it like that?
I don't know what you're talking about. Retro Knockout. Oh, is that the name of the wrestling game? Again,
Don't know.
that'd be a good one to come, I guess, but I don't see it
Gross.
happening. Yeah. When your drive dies and all the servers are turned off, you won't have the game you paid for. I always buy a hard copy if it's available.
Now let me ask you this: if we do have some sort of world, something knocks out the internet, is the Atari VCS a brick at that point? Does it have to be online for it to work, or
I've never
you-
taken it offline. Now that I think
I
about
keep
it.
wanting to do that because I do think about that. Like, if the internet goes weird for some reason, is this
Yeah,
a piece of shit?
I think we'll test that theory out. We're gonna,
We'll blow up the internet.
yeah.
We'll figure out how to do that
OG Hugo just turned 50.
with 4 ellipsis points. That means he's very sad about that. How you doing with that, Hugo?
The 7800 Pro gamer is young enough to carry the torch. That's the
what
plan.
That's what I've said before. Is that he's going to do this and just keep it going for 12 more years. that we
After
could. Yeah.
Raimi is 47, Possum Grits is 50. So yeah. Hammersmith, if John is in his 30s, I'm the real youngin'. Curious, how young are you, Hammersmith?
Are you really curious?
I'm very curious about. I'm not too old. I went to the bar last night and met a lady who did the deed in the car. I bought her 5 drinks, so it was a good deal. So what would that be? 5 drinks in today's market.
Well, say hello to Mom.
That's probably close to $50 with tips.
Are you in Baltimore, by the way? It's a good chance.
You don't have the VCS hooked up to the internet?
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
That's
we
what
do.
we're saying. We don't. Is it? Can you unhook it and it still work? Is the thing. So that's what we were asking.
7800 is the whippersnapper. Yeah. Yep. I'm the young guy here, except for Hammersmith, who most Atari fans are in their 40s and 50s. Hammersmith is 25. Look at that.
Now, is he's the guy from the Atari 7800 Forever that wants to join the food fight tournament, right? You've got a on Facebook, your avatar or your profile picture is SpongeBob SquarePants. Is that you? If it is, make sure you contact John this week because we're doing the tournament next week. The food fight tournament. It is him.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Make sure you
All right,
contact
let's
me. You got
these
the first spot.
guys. We're all old. Let's not talk about ages. What else we got?
Well, I think we're gonna wrap up here, Vinny, because I think we're caught up on. We got people giving fake phone numbers to the girls they bought cranks for. I grew up with 7800. 7800 was out. I was playing that right around when I was 4 or 5 years old. That was right at the end of its life. The NES was still going pretty strong, actually, I think. So, yeah, we got a lot of talk. I think we're going about over an hour and a half here, Vinny. So I think now is a good time to wrap it up, guys. This has been. Has been.
Yeah, well, go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you
No,
off.
go ahead.
Boss. No, you're the boss now.
No,
Okay, so
you have my
please,
permission.
we have put up the. Oh, I can do it now. Actually, let's do this here. Thank you. What is the? Oh shit, it's gone. Dude. What are you doing there? Huffing. All right. So keep in mind the food fight tournament next Saturday, not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. There'll be no football. There'll be nothing. We can get, and there's a lot of cool prizes you can win for free. All you got to do is contact John or me next week through social media or this channel, or you can put you want to play in this chat or my chat or whatever, and we'll get you on board. There is a guy in the chat. I think it's Ramey. He was wanting to talk about how you get into movies. If you stick around, I will tell you after we end the podcast. Is that okay with you, John? I just want to talk to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And yes, this is just for all us old G's. If you're an old G, if you're an old gangster running the streets tonight, and you run into a pack of cats, some felines, beautiful lasses and ladies, make sure you wrap that junk up for the love. And that's what Atari would want you to do. Even the Horn Dog, Nolan Bushnell, and the Trick Lava Lamp 8-track, Big O Ho, whatever her name is.
Well, thanks everybody in the chat. Thank you, Jolt, for donating the $10.99. Yep, that was incredibly generous. The chat was awesome tonight. You guys rock. It's been a ton of fun talking to you. I'm the 7800 Pro Gamer with the Atari Network. We have a review coming out this Sunday for Blueprint for the Atari 5200. Be sure to check that out.
Oh, I want to check that out. I always thought about that game. Okay.
Be sure to check that one out. And then starting next week, I'm bringing back the Man versus 7800 in live stream form. So on the opposite weeks of the podcast, you can watch a live stream of me completing 7800 games. So,
man, who is this? Is this a friend of yours?
He watches on your channel.
What is that, man?
He doesn't know who I am.
Somebody needs to talk to him about health class. Public schools have failed us all.
He must be from Toledo. But yeah, watch that next Saturday morning at 7. It'll be at 10 a.m. We'll go until we beat whatever game we're playing. You got anything you want to promote there?
Do you have a banana and a Jimmy hat? Because we could teach some.
Are you going to show them how to do it without any hands, or
we can just educate the men? Yeah, the one thing I will thank you guys for everything, and thank you. John's doing a great job of this channel. Make sure you check it out, and also Atari7800forever.com. If you're in the Atari games, it's actually a website. Oh my God, it's got 20-something years of information and articles about the 7800. So make sure you check that out. And I'm just tickled pink that the 7800 is being showcased so predominantly right now on the VCS with so many awesome games, and showing people that thing was really an awesome system. So
it was.
And it is. Yeah. Yep. Pinch poke. So anyway, yeah, it's the Atari party line. I like that. That should have been, if you get copyright struck for the Atari network, they were changing it the Atari party line. Anyway, also check out my channel, Big and Funky Productions, for Wrestling with Ghosts, which is a paranormal show.
Real quick, I'm sorry. While Vinny's selling his plethora of stuff, Justin, what's the story about Nolan in the bathroom with the lipstick? Type that out real fast. All right, continue, Vinny.
But anyway, the Wrestling with Ghosts, which is paranormal shows on the YouTube page. We're going over Great American Wrestling, which is a show that I produced and wrestled on for Fox, and just a bunch of stuff. And also the horror comedy movies, The Hike, WJHCAM, Camp Smokey, and Vinny's Fantastic Rock and Roll Movie. So anyway, while we are talking about, and also don't forget our food fight tournament.
Yep.
And then also, if you're watching on mine, make sure you check out the Atari Network, which is John's channel.
Check out Big and Funky Productions.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
So we're talking to Ramey here. If you want to talk about, he was like, I want to do a movie and I don't know how to do it. Real quick, just do it. There's an old film teacher I know that said you've got 20 terrible films in you. Start making them now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Get a camera, get some people who are like-minded, and consume how to do it. Just learn how to edit. Start editing shit now. Get editing software. John had no idea how to edit anything, I don't think, last summer. Now he's, getting contacted by Atari, and people are kissing his toes and saying he's the best, the second coming since the Angry Video Game Nerd and stuff like that. So just work, and John does a great job, and just work on completing it. You write a script. I will tell you, each page you write is a minute. So you want to do a 70-minute movie or 80-minute movie, you need to write about 80 pages. And there's a lot of resources online on how to make a movie and that kind of thing. So just we got a lot of comedians now. This is what I like. See, this is we're about to be the bad. See, this 0-page homebrew, and everybody's got Canadian cats, and everybody's nice, and nobody like. I think those people in 0-page homebrew probably shower 3 times a day.
Right.
This is the filth. This is the dirty. This is. I got brass knuckles in my pocket. There's a fucking rat eating a sandwich near me.
Where?
See, I know that's your temptation. Well, if your problem script writing,
0-page blocked him. I wonder why. I wonder why.
Is that true?
Probably. I could see them block if those are the comments.
Why would they do that?
Probably because they don't.
Canadian.
That's why, because they're too nice. Oh, we can't have that on here, eh? No.
What?
No 2600 Jag. You can't say that, eh?
All right, here we go. Here's Justin.
Here it is. When Warner first bought Atari and opened up their big HQ in Sunnyvale, Nolan was trying to create buzz about him with all the pretty Atari ladies in the building. Oh, man, we got to...
No, here we go.
Okay, hold on, guys. We're in the after hour. Welcome to the after show.
This is the after party.
Yep. Let me see. John...
I got plenty of ideas.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I did do a few YouTube videos years and years ago. Yeah. I'll have to dig those out for Halloween. Okay, let's get...
Wait a minute. By the way, the Dracula thing and the opening countdown,
yeah,
that really bothers me. I don't...
Why?
You don't look scary. It's not funny. It looks like... I don't know, man. I don't like
that. That was for I was playing on a live stream.
Midnight Mutants, right?
Yeah.
But it bothers me. God.
It was just you just dress up as stuff for Halloween. That was my costume.
It looked like Creeperville, man. I don't know.
Canada. Okay, back to the next part of the story.
Okay.
One time at night when there wasn't a lot of people in the building, Nolan Bushnell, Joe Keenan, and Gene Landrum went into the ladies' room.
Okay, here we go. And
Nolan wrote on the bathroom mirror in lipstick, "Nolan eats good pussy." Wow.
See, now that Nolan is a genius. And we got to end this soon.
This story was told to me firsthand a number of times, so I believe it to be firsthand. So one of those 3 gentlemen told you that?
Or one of the women.
Good night, Ramey. Thank you for...
All right. Sorry that he said the P word, Ramey.
No,
he's drugged up, I know.
No, he said that everything helps me on it. Thanks. Yeah, like he said, just do it. Don't be afraid to get out the mic, the camera, and just do it. That's the hardest part.
Just having the guts to do it. That's just
ask Nolan. He won't deny it.
Yeah. Well, we know Nolan. So he made a game where you controlled the characters with boobs. So, okay. So here, and that's not a lie. And so when I was running for governor, I went into, there's actually a town in Tennessee called Bucksnort, John. And Bucksnort, I mean, that's the most Tennessee name I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, you ain't.
It has the exit, and it's right on 40, and it's kind of close to Nashville, which is kind of now a hip town, but back then it probably wasn't. But there was a porn shop, and the other part of the exit was a gas station. And when I went into the gas station, on the wall was written, "Don't trust the deli man. He is a pimp and a pusher." And I got my daughter, who was a teenager at the time, and I took her in the bathroom. It was unisex. I said, "Read that." She read it. I said, "Who wrote that?" She said, "I don't know." I said, "The deli man wrote that. That's his advertisement." Just like Nolan Bushnell.
Wow.
He's as sharp as the pimp pusher deli man in Bucksnort, Tennessee, Oldest trick in the book. So
Wow.
we left that town with 2 prostitutes and a kilo of blow, and we had a great time on our way back to Knoxville.
That sounds like a good time, I guess.
And a subway, and we got a cold cut hoagie on the way out.
There you go. Well, you couldn't eat it after you. Well, hopefully you ate that first. Anyway,
Hey-o.
thanks guys for all the support and everything. Thank you for the people saying they love us. And next time, join us on the podcast for Justin telling the story of the drifter guy masturbating on the Atari 2600 assembly line. You guys have been awesome. Subscribe to the Atari Network. Subscribe to Big and Funky Productions. Watch my latest video on the products. Watch Vinny's latest video on Harpy's Curse. It's been a lot of fun, guys. And we're going to go ahead and sign off.